Okay. When a wave created by a certain source travels from one medium into another, how is the variation of wavelength, frequency, and velocity? So the easiest way to think about this is light, but it does function for every other source. But if we consider light traveling from one medium into another, then the speed, well, the biggest takeaway here is that our frequencies will always be the same. So I'm just going to put F naught actually. So the frequency doesn't change, and so that basically answers the entire question. Because our frequencies are always held fixed. Our speeds in any medium is going to be whatever the zero speed is over the index. Again, this is for light, but similar expressions can be derived for sound waves, or for any electromagnetic wave, I should say, is this expression. So our V1 is that, whereas our V2 is V naught over N2. And because we know there's a relation, so our speeds are dropping depending on the index. And because we know that the velocity of a wave is the frequency times the wavelength, that means that our wavelength is the frequency over our the wavelength is the speed over our frequency. Frequency is not changing, but our speed is changing. So that means that as speed is getting lower, our wavelength is also decreasing. So we get an apparent wavelength shift, but frequency is always maintained. When a wave created by a certain source travels from a medium into another, the velocity and the wavelength vary, but the frequency remains the same. When we travel to a denser medium, its velocity increases, and the wavelength decreases. Did I do that fine? No, yeah. V equals F lambda. Oh, when a wave travels from a denser medium to a rarer. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Right, okay. So yeah, if V2 is greater than V1, then lambda is actually going to, yeah, okay. Its velocity increases and the wavelength decreases. From a rare to a denser, the velocity of the wave decreases and the wavelength increases. Okay, so that looks good. So the takeaway here is frequency. That's the one that I remember, is frequency just doesn't change. And because the relation between speed, frequency, and wavelength, that means that the other two have to change. So that's good. Okay.